Hey, what's good, guys? Clutch and Essam here, back in another video. And I know it's been a while, a very long while, since there's been like a video like this, really, or at least since I've made a video personally. I know we've been putting out different podcasts here and there, but it's been a while since we've done a normal short form type of video. But for today's video, we're talking about the Houston Texans, and there's been some recent but there's been some recent news and updates about the Houston Texans, and it's that Kenyon Green, left guard, and Christian Harris, linebacker, are being designated to return from IR. And I think Kenyon Green should already be good to go. I think he will be active, or at least with the team for the Miami Dolphins game. And Christian Harris, I guess, is yet to be determined. Let's see how he practices. Maybe on Thursday, if they feel like he's ready to go, they'll officially activate him, and maybe he'll practice fully on Thursday and Friday, and maybe he has a shot to go for Sunday. Let's see. But we're probably going to need a Christian Harris on Sunday, considering Azeez Al-Shaair is going to be out due to suspension, which that's another topic that we didn't really discuss. But, I mean, Texans fans, I feel like we all share similar opinions on that situation. But yeah, I think these two updates are big. I think these two additions to the team are big. Yes, Kenyon Green, as we know, he is not the best of players. He is not the best of left guards. He is not the best of offensive linemen. But he does add depth, and that's something we need. I mean, outside, if one of the interior guys get hurt, whether it's Juice, Patterson, or who's the other starter? Shaq Mason, whether one of them get hurt, we don't really have anybody after that. I mean, sure, we have, I think, Dieter. I think we have... I couldn't even tell you. That's how bad the depth is. The depth is horrible. I think Kenyon Green, yes, he's not a starter level, but he does provide depth. And we did see that he was at least capable run blocker. Pass blocking, sure, he's not the best. I mean, I think we can all come to agreement with that. He is not a good pass blocker whatsoever at all. When it comes to run blocking, I feel like that's where he takes a little bit of a jump. He is a way better run blocker than he is pass blocker. I don't think that's up for discussion, up for debate. But getting him back for depth reasons, and if we want to be able to maybe run the football better, I think that's huge. I don't know how they feel about Patterson. Personally, I think he's done okay. I don't think he's done the type of job where you for sure keep him. I mean, keep him starting as far as that goes. But yeah, let's see how that goes. But I think for now, Kenyon Green, bearing any injuries to the starters right now, I think he's just going to be a depth guy. Maybe if it gets bad again, maybe they switch him out. Let's see how that's going to go. But Christian Harris, that's where I think it's very exciting for not only fans, but I'm sure the people inside the building are very excited too. There was a lot of high hopes for Christian Harris. I mean, everybody should have had high hopes for Christian Harris after seeing what he did last year. Last year, it feels like he took a major turn in his career. His rookie year, he started off hurt for the first, 9 games, whatever it was. And then he played a little bit. He had a really, really good game against the Philadelphia Eagles on that Thursday night game. If y'all remember, I think we wore the battle red. Damian Pierce had a crazy game. Davis Mills was the starting quarterback. I think that's the first real good game from Christian Harris, and then it's been up and down since then. But last year, I feel like he put it all together, at least in the second half of the season. And that playoffs game against Baltimore, if you want to see the type of player Christian Harris is, go watch that playoff game against Baltimore. Yes, we lost. Yes, the Baltimore Ravens put up a decent amount of points on us. But Christian Harris was everywhere. The way we used him, I feel like that's the way he's going to be used when he eventually does come back. And I think that now that Al-Shaair is going to be suspended until that final regular season game against the Titans, I feel like Christian Harris is going to have more freedom. He's going to have that freedom to be able to really go everywhere. It would have been really interesting to see how the Texans deployed Al-Shaair, Christian Harris, and Henry To'oTo'o. And yes, I said Henry To'oTo'o because he has been playing lights-out football this season compared to, I think, what people had expectations for him for. To be a fifth-round pick, not really look all too good last year, to be sloppy, slow, unathletic last year. And then now this year to actually look like a starting NFL linebacker, I think that's huge. So having a linebacker core of Al-Shaair, Henry To'oTo'o, and Christian Harris, I think that's huge. And now, I'm not comparing these players whatsoever. I'm comparing the way they were used and their formations. But remember when Al-Shaair, Fred Warner, and Dre Greenlaw were the three linebackers in San Francisco, and they still ran a very similar defense? I feel like that's something we might do here. I think it might be Al-Shair, of course, as that guy, as the middle, as the true enforcer, the Punisher in the middle, and then Christian Harris and Henry To'o as the other two guys. I feel like we could. Obviously, we don't have our Dre Greenlaw. I don't think Christian Harris is a Dre Greenlaw. I don't think Henry To'o is a Dre Greenlaw. And of course, Al-Shair is Al-Shair. And of course, obviously, we don't have a Fred Warner. Nobody's a Fred Warner in the league. I mean, there's only one Fred Warner. But I think we can deploy them in similar spots, especially if Jalen Petrie is going to be out for the rest of the season, which it may look like that might be the case. Let's see if he comes back. It would be huge if he comes back, but there's a little bit of doubt right now. But for the playoffs, and for sure for the playoffs at least, but maybe in that Titans game heading into the playoffs, I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see those three starting. I don't think we're going to see a lot of the nickel sets with Jimmy Ward in the slot. I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be 3 linebacker sets with Jimmy Ward and Kalen Bullock back there at safety. That's what I think is going to be. That's what it should be, at least in my opinion. But yeah, getting Christian Harris back, I think changes a lot for this defense. It gives you that freedom to really, really be able to be comfortable with 2 linebackers out there, especially with Al-Shair out. So those 2 linebackers for, I don't know about the Dolphins game. If he's good to go, then I would throw him out there because we need him. Going against Devon Achane, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and of course the emergence, the re-emergence, the resurgence, the lifeline, life of Jonnu Smith, the way he's been playing recently. We definitely need a linebacker that can cover, or at least has the speed to keep up with these guys. And Christian Harris, I mean, obviously he has just that. So that's going to be huge for us. I'm really excited for the return of Christian Harris. I think it's going to be huge. Maybe as fans, we're slightly overrating it, especially that he's coming back so late in the season. He's been dealing with injury. Let's see how he's going to play. I mean, for all we know, he just comes and he's just not ready to go. I don't know. A lot of things can happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these 2 guys returning. I'm more excited for Christian Harris, obviously, as you should be. And this is a normal practice week for the Houston Texans. Back to work. On Sunday, this coming Sunday, we're going to be playing the Miami Dolphins. That's going to be a true test. I'm personally kind of nervous for it. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, it's been Clutching Your Entertainment, and hope you guys have a good day. Peace.